Wow. Welcome. Listen, we are so excited. So you are witnessing history. You are part of the very first podcast show of our show
Mhm.
called what?
Beyond the vows.
Beyond the Vows. Beyond the Vows. So listen, we're going to just take you on a journey about what it's like to experience things in marriage.
Mhm.
Okay, and this is our disclaimer: we're not experts. We're just married. Okay,
That's it.
yeah. So we're going to just help you with some of our experiences, and we're going to have I guess, a fireside chat. Okay, a fireside chat. Okay. Yes.
God help.
Always doing stuff I ain't supposed to be doing. That's why she's always getting at me. Okay. But first of all, I just want to say we are sponsored by the Deaf Child Hope organization, deafchildhope.org. Let me tell you something. There are 25 million children or more who are not only in poverty, but they are deaf. Many of these children have never had a conversation with anybody on the, in their lives. And with your support, we can get trainers, we can get the signers, to go out to these different countries. We have adopted a child, I'm now calling him a kid, named Kobe. Kobe is in the Congo. Kobe is 14 years old. And I mean, they even sent us a nice little banner with my name. I thank you for doing that. So listen, go to deafchildhope.org, deafchildhope.org, and you can sponsor one of these awesome children. I've got some here, some of the kids that are looking for sponsors, and for as little as $43 a month, you can sponsor one of these wonderful children. Wonderful children. We love them. We're looking forward to going over across the water to see our kid, our young man, and it's going to be exciting. So anyway, that's our one of our sponsors, and of course our company, which is the Big Mind Group. For any entertainment need you have, if it's marketing, if it's sound, whatever you need, we do the shopping for you. So go to bigmindentertainment@gmail.com, and you can check us out. Also on the bigmindgroup.org, you can check us out. So, babe, so this is the show that we've been talking about for a while.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because we have said that the church, and we're going to the church, they teach you how to get married.
Mhm.
They don't want you shacking up. Better to marry than to burn, and all of that. But where they have failed is to teach us how to stay married.
Yes. But before we go into that, I need to let you know this. His name is Will, and I'm Maria. I think we forgot to say that at the beginning.
Well, I thought it was up on the screen.
But they said Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, we are Mr. and Mrs. Mhm.
But we want
Actually, it's doctor. I'm a doctor now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I got my new doctorate now, y'all. So I come home and I tell my wife the doctor is in. So but I don't know what that was. Mm,
God help us.
something moved.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
I got it. Technical difficulties, but I'm back on. Yes, I am. So listen, yeah. So she's always here, but I love that dynamic with my honey. You know what I'm saying? We're just keeping it real. These are things that happen. I love it. I love it. So we just want to invite you into our home tonight by this fireside chat. So as we're going along, we're going to be talking about marriage. So talking about the vows. So can I read you what I saw? So this says marriage vows are a crucial element in many wedding ceremonies, encapsulating lifelong commitments of love, fidelity, and mutual respect. They emphasize the importance of honoring and respecting each other as equal partners and vows for the future together.
Mm-hmm.
These vows are often considered the most meaningful part of the wedding ceremony as they reflect the couple's wishes for their relationship and the meaning of their marriage. Now, this just said is the most meaningful part of the wedding ceremony. What do you say about that? That the vows is the most meaningful part of a ceremony.
It is because you're making a decision to have a covenant with someone else in the eyes of God, not only in the eyes of God, but between our two families. Two different lives are coming together as one, promising that we're going to honor each other, promising that we're going to keep this covenant.
Mm-hmm.
And that covenant is, between the both of us and, of course, us and God. And that is important, very important.
So that is something that's said in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So you're professing that to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I went to one wedding and they got to the part, to trust and obey, and she hesitated. She was like, okay, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But have you all ever dissected, and that's a big word, I got to Google that yesterday, dissected the word, the vows, what each vow actually means. So, it start off with, I take thee, Maria, to be my lawful wedded, lawful, lawful mean, that makes it legal, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? My lawful wedded wife, okay? Now, how many of you have had a shotgun wedding? Nobody? Okay. You? Oh, okay. Shh, we'll talk later. But you said something earlier. You said no one is forced, basically, to do that.
No one is forced to marry the person that's in front of them. God gives us free will. Now it's up to you for you to seek Him for counseling or to seek counseling before you guys unite. But God given us a free will, just like He's given us a free will to serve Him. We choose to either serve Him or not serve Him. But it is up to us.
Right.
If you love the person and if you truly love them, you're going to know how to keep that connection, right?
Yeah.
You're going to hold that person, because it says for having a hold. You're going to hold that person accountable.
Y'all don't understand. Looking at her talk, it just butterflies. So I'm trying to keep my composure. Go ahead, baby.
You're true. To have and to hold, that I'm holding you to the covenant that you're making with me on behalf of God, or, in the eyesight of God and our families.
Mm-hmm.
So not only am I'm holding him accountable, he's holding me accountable too in that covenant.
Yep. So, and they said it's a voluntary decision.
Yeah.
Well, this voluntary decision establishes personal responsibility.
Mm.
Okay. So we're talking about, especially if you haven't lived together, you're going, like in some cases, you're going from your mama's daddy's house right into their house, and there's been no preparation within it. So let's talk about the counseling. How important is that counseling?
I think counseling before marriage is very important, because you need to be able to understand each other. You'll be able to understand their likes, what they don't like, if they're neat freak or they're a junky person or whatever. You got to be able to set some form of boundaries between the both of them. Like, us women, we hate to go to the bathroom. We really got to go. And the men leave the toilet up. I don't understand.
The what?
Y'all leave the toilet up. Why?
I've never
I hate
done that.
because I'm gonna tell you, as soon as, especially when it's dark and you're trying to hurry to get to the bathroom and you end up falling in. I know some of y'all have, because I know I have.
When?
We're not going there, okay?
Okay.
We're not going there right now because
I
I
don't
get upset.
remember.
But
doing
anyway,
that. Okay.
just little things like that.
Mhm.
You know, you're probably y'all. He's the type of person that like to rub his little ashy feet on my legs. I hate that because he has long nails, and honey, I just tell him, "Yep, I'm telling on you. I don't want those nails on my feet." Ugh. But anyway,
She be talking about, ouch, you cut me. You
exactly,
cut me.
exactly.
I didn't cut you. That's what Band-Aids are for.
No, but
You know?
anyway, but just little stuff like that, you know.
Okay, how about this? Okay. So, like I said, you haven't been able to be together.
Right.
And I mean, and we'll be honest with you, very transparent. Most folks nowadays have actually been shacking,
Okay.
or they done been together in some respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they actually know certain things about each other,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that they may be able to see on a temporary basis.
Mm-hmm.
They're not actually living together,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or sleeping over and this, that, and the other. Okay, so I think we had counseling. Did we not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We had some
we had
counseling.
and something you said that was so profound, and we'll be talking about this in future shows, about how after so many years of marriage,
Mm-hmm.
your body changes,
Yeah.
your mental state changes,
Mm-hmm.
your physical state changes. Those and I was asking, how does that affect the vow that you took years ago?
Mm-hmm.
You know, for better, for worse, sickness and in health. You know, for richer or for poor. You know, and you're like, all of a sudden now, okay, we'll take for instance, in a financial situation, okay, that's beyond our control and what have you, and we know, and then we're down to nothing. You know what I'm saying? We got to rob Peter to pay Paul, and then Paul got to rob John, you know, to pay Matthew. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's robbing each other, and we ain't got nothing. You know, and it's really trying your patience. Oh no, we're talking about the woman, okay?
Okay.
Um, how do we get past that?
To me, I'm gonna be totally honest with you, Will. That's when we have to pull on God for everything, because a lot of times the decisions that we make as couples or even individually about our finances can put us in places that we did not know was going to come. But if
Mm-hmm.
we really start to pull on God, say, okay, God, this is what we got going on. How should we go about doing this? How do we go about doing that? Put a plan together. And that's what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes two for us to get on one accord,
Right.
connecting with God, and God giving us the wisdom to divide the funds that we have to make it. Do you
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
yeah,
got to be
yeah.
willing now.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes men don't like us women to try to tell a man what to do.
Well, yeah. And when things start going south, then people start questioning. You know, like, what was God thinking when He put us together? You know, or maybe I didn't hear the Lord correctly. Maybe we really want Him saying that this was the one for me, or that one for me, or maybe I was just too young or spiritually immature to, to kind of discern what we're actually hearing. And a lot of times, and like I said, folks, we don't keep it 100. A lot of times, it's the visual. When I first saw her, all I saw was her eyes. I was blown away. At the time, I didn't care if she was with the Lord or without the Lord. I saw her eyes.
Oh my God.
And it was, but thank God all the eyes went with everything else that she was doing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, it's a physical attraction.
Mm-hmm.
It is. You know what I'm saying? You tell me, and there may be some that said, oh, the Lord put us together. I know the Lord wants that to be my wife. But anyway, listen, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna go to a commercial, right? Real quick, and you're gonna talk. We're gonna tell them. We're gonna tell them a little bit about more uh, deaf child hope and these children. Okay, and we will be right back, really quick, after this commercial break.
Hey, ladies, come here. Come here, talk to me before he comes back. The thing that I want to express to you today is before you get married, please, I beg of you, get counseling. Have an understanding of really what marriage is all about. Don't go in thinking, well, I've been in church all my life. I know what to do, blah, 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 blah. Baby, because when the grits hit the pan, I'm telling you, you're going to be crying. And I'm letting you know, get wisdom. Even the word of God tells us to seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness. And all of these things will be added unto us. Seek counsel.
Introducing the SKST SG Podcast Studio, a state-of-the-art facility equipped with 4 unique studios to meet all your podcasting needs. The Green Screen Studio offers endless
Okay, so beautiful commercial. SKST. Let me tell you something. That's the best network on the planet.
It absolutely is.
Absolutely is. If you want to come check us out,
Yes.
go to skstradio.com. That's it, and just check it out. Come out and be a podcast host. It's so great. It's so easy. Isn't it easy?
It is. And even if you want to host this show, please get in contact with our girl Kim at 757-311-4352.
4352.
We'd love to have you here in our studio. I'm telling you, it is amazing.
Which is what we're getting ready to talk about now. You said you would love to have. We would love to have. So to have and to hold. Man, let me tell you something. To have and to hold from this day forward. To have and to hold. So, I try to do my due diligence because I can't. Sometimes I suffer from all the timers. Remember something. So, this says to have and to hold from this day forward.
Mm-hmm.
So, to have and to hold is a property rights. Property rights legal phrase that defines the extent of the interest that is granted or conveyed and the conditions affecting it. But as a part of traditional marriage vows, this isn't a statement of ownership. So, do you own me and do I own you?
Ooh, I know you don't want me to answer that question.
I'm going to be. Come on, Froggy, jump.
Okay, so I seem to take it a little different when you say to have to hold.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that we're all gods, okay? We belong to God.
Right.
But us together, God's taking 2 individuals, making them one. To have and to hold, it's a privilege to have you. I just want you to know that. All right? A privilege to have this jewel in your life.
That's right. And it's a privilege for you to hold me.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You said privilege to have.
Now let me talk.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
It's a privilege for me, of course. I mean, for you to have me as vice versa for me to have you. And to hold, just like I said earlier, to hold each other accountable for this covenant that we're making with God in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor. What else is there?
To death do us part. Yeah.
All of those things.
Yeah.
I'm holding you accountable. I'm holding you to the wire that you're going to do what you said that you're going to do in this marriage. Whether we have money or don't have money,
Right.
we still got to stick in together. Can you think about the covenant and think about God's covenant with us, right?
Right.
And if He uses marriages, and uses marriages to symbolize His love for the church, because our temple, our body, we are the temple of Christ. So this temple means something to God, right? So because this temple means something to God, then we have to understand that this marriage thing means something to God. You know, God uses this marriage to show the world His love for us, right? That He would do anything for the church.
Right.
Like He'll do anything for us, all right? Just like I said earlier, seek first the kingdom of God, and all of these things will be added unto you, right? So if we seek Him first, He'll help us to be and to get in the places where we need to be. Go into doors that should be open, and even the doors that shouldn't, just shut them for us, you know? But we got to do something. We still got to hold each other accountable to the covenant that we made with Him. And then we are holding God accountable too. You know how? We're holding Him accountable to us, to make us, to mold us, to serve us, and be the men and women of His kingdom.
Gosh, she's good. I wish I had known that. So let me get biblical right quick. So Genesis 2:24 says, therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And I'm not even going to tell you what the Greek word is because I can't pronounce it. But it means to join or unite, to move one thing to another. So we stick together like glue. That's not a good example. Glue. Nothing can put us about. That's why I say, let no man put us under. Don't let nobody come into your marriage relationship, especially your mama and your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just saying, well, anyway. But to have in a whole means you're promising a close marital bond that cannot be broken. Okay? So in addition, okay, now here we go. In addition, the verb to have means to enjoy sexual relationships. So because I can have you and hold you, does that mean I can get it anytime I want? I sure did. We're trying to help somebody. Remember, we're not experts. We're just married. But should it said? Well, I think the Bible was saying something about don't deny each other except for a certain time. To fasting and praying. I think it says. So if I come home and I'm saying, yo, babe, it would be like, oh, excuse me, but I'm praying right now. Is that right.
Because of what we might be that could be a case, could be something happening to the female or to the male. That doesn't matter, but that's a part of having communication. In a marriage, you must have communication.
You must have good
Not only that, you gotta be vulnerable. You can't be afraid to be vulnerable.
You know, you cannot be afraid to open up and to share. So not be afraid to just bring it up and bring it and this is how that's not what it's for.
Right.
That's what it's for.
Right.
And it's so anything.
Right. You know, and something that you said being vulnerable. Man, a lot of us are not vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. I don't like to talk. I don't like to share. Matter of fact, if there's a problem, I'd be like, why talk about it if it's not going to change? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but you need a strong wife who is going to help you and teach you, you know, to be vulnerable, and there's no harm in doing it. Mm-hmm. And I've learned a little bit by little bit that, you know, I should be opening up, you know. So at any rate, so what else you want to say about it?
That's important. That's the communication. Without the communication, it's a learn time. Because you got to be able to express. You got to be able to share. Because I'm a bad myself. So this is just it. When you're married, there's a connection between the two. I should be able to develop like this. Now, you can design what not a yes talks about more than listen, and you cannot share. Or you go to them and you know something about it, and you say, oh, I know something about it. And it's not good.
This is a way of hand. I think you get you get healed, you know, what That's good. So listen, we've got some great things coming up, and we're going to be doing a segment in the weeks to come that says explore your spouse. Explore your spouse. It's a little game. You can ask a question about something that you know. Just like every year, I used to give her these creams and these lotions and stuff, getting no back. And I'm thinking I'm doing something. Finally, she was honest with me. She said, honey, please don't get me no more of them things. I don't like smelling like apple pie and fruit cobbler and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, why did you tell me that? So that these are things that, you know, even if you've been married this long, there's some things that you still may not know. And again, this has been Beyond the Vows here on the SKST Radio Studio Network. And again, our sponsor, Deaf Child Hope International. Don't forget, go to deafchildhope.org. Go there now, and look at some of the beautiful children that need our help. They need our help, okay? For as little as $43 a month, you can change the life of one of these children for the better. They're going to be turning into adults, and I wouldn't even know what it's like not to be able to hear. Even though I wear hearing aids, supposed to wear hearing aids, you know, but I have to get them to me. You know, one time, Marie was like, what do you say? I said, I ain't hear you. She said, you put your hearing aids on. I put the hearing aids on, and then she said something like this. I said, I didn't hear you. She said, you got your hearing aids on. I said, ain't no batteries in it. Anyway, I digress. But listen, join us every Tuesday. Join us here with SKST. And this has been Beyond the Vows with your host, Maria and WC. real intuitive. The name just changed.
I got that right.
But anyway, if you want to, we also at write us today. If you want to talk about something, write us today at beyondthevows.skstv radio, SKST network. No, it's beyondthevows.skstv at gmail.com. Beyond the Vows with S dot skstv at gmail.com. Okay? And we were looking forward to hearing from you and talking about things you want to hear. Okay? So we'll see you and mwah!